What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. Let's talk Tia Mowry, My Next Act, episode 3 for the Love of Cairo. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed this particular piece of content, and then leave your comments down below. Let's talk about this episode. Let's clear a few things up from last week's video. There were a number of men that were in the comments saying that no, women that do the hoe phase don't get married. Listen, the hoe phase does not mean that you were out sleeping around with every man that you come in contact with, right? A woman going through the hoe phase means that she's dating. She's dating around. She's not dating to marry. She's not looking for a serious relationship. She is solely dating and having fun and like just enjoying the art, the skill, the okay. Just don't enjoying the right. So I think it's weird, and I'm gonna say this every video. I think it's weird how many people keep saying, how dare Tia blow up her family? She didn't blow up her family. The kids still see Corey. The kids are functioning and doing just fine. A lot of y'all are projecting, and y'all don't like when I say that, but a lot of y'all are projecting. It's also interesting how it went from we absolutely love Tia. Tia's awesome. Tia's the black twin. The moment that Tia wanted to get a divorce, the moment she filed for a divorce, now all of a sudden people hate her. Why do y'all hate this woman for getting a divorce? I've said in the past 2 videos, I have friends, personal friends that I know that their parents stayed together for the sake of them, for the sake of their kids, and they have ended horrifically. It has ended horrifically. I don't know why. I had somebody in the comments say, oh, Tia needs to humble herself and apologize and hope that Corey takes her back. Are you well? Are you serious? Whoo, child. Well, let's talk about this episode, y'all. So it picks up where the last one left off, actually, where Natasha and Ciara are still screening Tia's dates. So we meet a man named Charles. Charles is tall. Charles is extremely handsome. And we find out that he is a school counselor and he runs a nonprofit that provides shoes and cleats for underprivileged kids, because he's also a coach. He's 37 years old. He has 1 child and he wears a size 12 shoe. Now, personally, I think the whole what size shoe do you wear, I think that gets kind of lame. To me, it gets a little played, but whatever. So they're talking to him and they are asking him, like, would he enjoy being a stepfather? Would he be okay with being a stepfather? He admits that it would be new for him, but as long as the person that he's with, like, kind of reassures him and makes sure that it's good, it's okay, he has no problem stepping into that role. So his love languages, he initially just says words of affirmation, but he goes on to say that he likes doing things for people. So it's clear that acts of service is the love language for him as well. We then see Natasha and Ciara go to Tia's house and let her know, we found a guy for you, okay? He's great, he's fine, he's good. Tia is like, this is great, but she still feels that it's weird for her to date because she was with somebody for 22 years. So she's admittedly nervous, and rightfully so. Then Ciara is like, look, if it's too much for you, I will gladly take him off your hands. We then see Tia is planning Cairo's birthday party. So Cairo is turning 6. Tia thinks that Cairo wants a princess party. So Tia then goes on to say that there is a sadness, that there is a sadness that she is doing this on her own. And I guess, like, was this Cairo's real birthday party? Because if you and Corey are not at odds and you clearly drop your kids off at Corey's house with no problem, like, is there a reason that Corey could not come to the party? Why can't y'all plan the party together? Y'all make it very, very known that y'all are not beefing, that there's no issue. You guys still have love for each other. I don't know, like, this seemed very fake. to me, this particular portion. Because why wouldn't Corey be at his daughter's birthday party? It's not like y'all got a restraining order or something like that. There's no reason why he wouldn't be there, but I guess. We then see Tia is telling her daughter, Cairo, look, mommy planned you a busing party. It's going to be princesses. And Cairo said, girl, I want llamas. And I want to slide. And Tia was like, I didn't know you liked llamas. So Tia feels like she has to completely revamp this party. And I'm like, no, still have the princess party. Go and get a llama to show up. So Tia starts freaking out to Ciara that nobody has RSVP'd. And Ciara was like, girl, it has been 24 hours. Here's the thing. Is Tamara not coming? Is Taj not coming? Is your other brother, what's his name, Travior, is he not coming? Like, Tia, you know there are going to be people there, right? You know that Cairo, I'm sure, has some friends from school or whatever time of year it is. So, relax. I feel like Tia stresses herself out a lot, and we're just starting to really kind of understand that. So Tia's sitting in her bed freaking out because nobody has RSVP yet. She feels overwhelmed. She's doing all of this on her own. Jerome calls. We all love cousin Jerome. So those of us that watched Tia and Tamara remember Jerome was a big part of that show. Jerome lets her know, like, I'm on the way to help you out. Tia is like, this is great because now you can finally meet Cairo. I said, finally? Wait. That does not make sense to me because if Jerome is supposed to be like your brother, like a best friend, how has he not met your daughter in 6 years? Where does Jerome live? Like, that was weird to me. And it, like, where is Jerome? Where does he live? But okay. I have some cousins that I have not seen in years too, so I'm not gonna go there, but I don't consider them like a best friend either. So Jerome shows up with his luggage, and he, for whatever reason, the show put Tia's name on the screen, and that bothered me because why are y'all putting Tia's name on the screen? We know it's Tia. We're watching her show. So we see they're hugging, they're embracing, and then Tia calls Cairo over. Cairo comes over and runs up to Jerome like she knew him and hugged him. If your daughter is coming up to random people and hugging them, that's a little bit of an issue, but whatever. So they send Cairo away, and we find out that Jerome's mother passed away. Tia's aunt passed away. They said this past August, as whenever she filmed it. I don't know if it was filmed earlier this year or not, but his mother passed away from a very aggressive form of breast cancer, so she was gone very, very quickly, which is so unfortunate. But she talks about how Jerome's mother was like a second mother to her. And whenever she needs something from them, whenever she needs to feel like a sense of family that she can't get from, I guess, her mom for whatever reason at that point, she was always able to go to Jerome and go to his mother. So they start talking about how Tia feels like she has anxiety and she's freaking out about having to do all this on her own. And Jerome is like, you've always done the hard stuff on your own. You're just kind of really on your own at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Tia has planned Cairo's birthday parties before, but it's like now you just don't have the crux of Corey that's like right here. So you're freaking out, but you got this, you're fine. And Jerome is like, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Then they start talking about different medications and Xanax, and Tia needs this or whatever, and she asks for half of it. Okay. So the next scene is Jerome taking Ciara and Tia to an alpaca farm. He thought it was a llama farm. That man said, look, they ain't for sale and they're not for rent. So we get a little random scene of them feeding the alpacas carrots, and then one sneeze is all over their asses on some be gone now. We see Tia going to pick up the jewelry that she had made for her kids. So remember, she turned her wedding ring and her band, her engagement ring and her wedding band, into some pieces for her kids. So she's telling the jeweler this feels very final, like this is it. He tells her it's also very liberating in a way. So Tia is like, you know what? facts. So we see the dog tag he made for Cree. It's gold, and it has three of Tia's engagement, maybe from the engagement ring, three of the stones in there. Cairo has a bracelet. Hers is a little smaller. And then an even smaller piece is he made like a small pendant that has a little diamond inside of it for Tia. And I'm like, this is so unbelievably pretty. And now it has something that the three of them can share. Like it's a good idea. It's a really great idea. And Tia's like, this is awesome because my marriage wasn't all bad. And so I want to be able to have a part of this that I can share with my kids, because one of the biggest gifts that she received out of her marriage is her children. And like I said that last week, her children they were a product of the love that they shared in that marriage at that time. So kudos to her for that. I don't know how often she is going to wear that pendant, but it'll be something that she can have and put into a safe or keep in her jewelry box, just kind of as a reminder of that. So I thought that was very tasteful of the jeweler. The pieces all look very nice, so shout out to him for that. We get to Cairo's party. Okay, look. It's full of people. Like, so I don't know what Tia was stressing about, but the kids are all over. It's a bounce house and a slide and all the shit that Cairo wanted, right? It's even like a fake llama. This brown llama comes out strutting, honey, and said that he is going to, or she, they didn't say what the llama was, come strutting in this party. What I thought was hilarious. Cairo is sitting down, eating her food. She looked back like, oh, it's the llama here, and kept eating. No, miss ma'am. I would have been like, Cairo, get hype. You wanted a llama, right? She wasn't even excited. Maybe that's Cairo's personality. But I feel like all the other kids jumped up and were way more excited than Cairo was. I was cracking up at that point. So the party went off without a hitch. It looked fun. Cairo got to feed it. Jerome is saying that, Cairo is just like Tia, same personality, very direct, wants what she wants, but it's also very kind and genuine and has a big heart. So awesome. I still want to know what was going on that you ain't seen this baby in 6 years. That's interesting to me. So we then see later that night, Tia comes in Cairo's room and it's like, this is a gift from mommy and daddy, but before I give it to you, did you like your party? What was the best part? And Cairo was like, the llamas. I said, okay, girl, because you was acting like you wasn't excited. But Cairo said the llamas were the best part of the party for her. Tia gives this baby, damn, I should have brought in a ring box. Tia gives this baby this thing, and it's like, look. Cairo looked at it and said, okay, boom. Closed that box and put it right back into the bag. I was like, this is a child, right? Some kids are like super excited about jewelry. Some just don't understand it yet. And Cairo, I believe, is on the don't understand it quite yet portion, but she seemed appreciative. Tia says she loved it, so awesome. We then get some random scenes of Tia talking about this date, and then her stylist being over with Ciara, and they're going through different outfit choices for her. And Ciara was like, are all the pieces black? The stylist said, I know what the fuck I'm doing. But the stylist was like, look, I know Tia's body. I know her. I know what she likes to wear. Tia talks about how last year she was in her masculine era where she was wearing a lot of suits and a lot of leather and a lot of stuff like that. And I guess now she's feeling more comfortable with herself. So I don't know if that means that she's back dressing what she deems to be more feminine. She's now in her more feminine era. I don't know. She didn't quite close that loop of her statement. But she decides on what looks like a bronze copperish color dress and a blazer. So Tia's cooking. Cooking dinner. Now, I thought she was filming something for her. Tia has that cooking show. Ciara calls her and said, why aren't you getting dressed? And Tia was like, oh, yeah, the date. I said, are you about to stand this man up? But she doesn't. So we get to the date. Charles stands up. He greets her at the door. They have a private room, obviously, because one, they're filming a reality show, and two, she's Tia Mowry. So he greets her at the door, pulls out the chair, all that type of stuff. Tia is visibly nervous. He's just like, look, I'm glad that it was you that showed up and not the other two girls. So Tia's so nervous, she picks up a glass as if there's water in there and starts to, I said, Tia. And here's the thing. Tia has told us that she's never dated before, right? She didn't get to go through that experience of going on different dates as a teenager or even in her early 20s. So I give her grace for how clumsy she is throughout this. So basically, they have a really good conversation. We find out that Charles is from Rhode Island. Tia was born in Germany, which a lot of us know already. She lived in Texas, in Hawaii, and then now in LA. So Charles is saying that he wants someone that is going to be like his best friend. He wants somebody who he not only inspires, but that inspires him. He feels that iron sharpens iron, which is facts. Tia said that she's excited about being just a part of life with somebody. Tia said, look, I just want somebody, okay? I think they look good together. They seem to have good conversation. The banter was there. There were a couple of moments, though, where Tia does that super, super loud, wide mouth open laugh, and he didn't really react to it. He just kind of talked through it. So maybe he knows that that's just one of her defense mechanisms and he's okay with it. But what got me is Charles was acting at some points as if he didn't know who she was. Maybe that's what you need to do when you go on a date with a celebrity, but I thought that was kind of odd. She asks him why he's single and laughs very loud. And I was like, Tia, oh my God. So he said because dream girls are rare and Tia is the dream girl. I said, okay. It's a bunch of lip service, but stroke that ego without being weird about it. So Tia says in her confessional she's open to a second date with him, which is great. They exchange numbers. He tells her, look, I'm going to text you later to make sure you made it home safely, because Tia very crassly was like, I gotta go. And I'm like, Tia has a big personality, but I think some parts of it, we gotta tone it down for these dates. But I think the date went good. And then we see in the preview for next week that it looks like they're going to go on a second date. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you guys liked it, are you guys still enjoying the show? Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.